Today, we're talking about the good and the bad of living right here in Deerfield Beach, Florida. So let's get into the pros and cons. And if we haven't met before, my name's Larry Mastrapiri. I'm the broker owner of the Mastrapiri Group based right here in sunny South Florida. And we're constantly talking to people who are thinking about making the move, relocating here to sunny South Florida. So if you're one of those people, don't hesitate to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm always available. And we'd love to be the ones to help you make that move and get you where you're supposed to be right here in South Florida. And don't forget to give us a like. Hit the subscribe button for more content like this. Now let's get into the pros and cons right now. Let's first start by talking about the public schools here in Deerfield Beach. The first pro is that Deerfield Beach's public schools are located within the Broward County School system, which is the 6th largest in the United States and the 2nd largest in Florida. Now, here's the big con for Deerfield Beach's public school system. It's ranked 1 out of 10, which is the bottom 50th percentile for Florida public schools. It's ranked really low. Deerfield Beach public schools have an average math proficiency score of 27% compared to the Florida state average of 48%, and a reading proficiency score of 39% compared to the statewide average of 52%. One of the pros related to schools, though, in Deerfield Beach is there's a number of private schools in Deerfield and in the surrounding areas. So if you are someone relocating to Deerfield Beach and you really value a really top-notch school system, you can definitely enroll your kids at one of these many private schools. Now let's get into the topic of geography. I always like to bring this up because I think it's a huge part of what influences the future growth of a city, especially a city like Deerfield Beach. First, and I think this is a big pro, is Deerfield Beach is the furthest north city along the beach in Broward County. You might ask yourself, why do we care that Deerfield Beach is located in North Broward County? Well, I think it matters because I think North Broward County is a very efficient location to live in, to get access to everything that South Florida has to offer. For example, it's located just south of Boca Raton, and everything that Boca Raton has to offer, such as great shopping, nightlife, and school systems. It also is very close to Delray Beach, 15 to 20 minutes away, and Delray Beach has an incredible downtown. And then it's very close to West Palm Beach, 35 to 45 minutes away. And to its south, you have Pompano Beach, which is in mass development mode, and that's very exciting. And then you have Fort Lauderdale to its south as well, which is about 35 to 40 minutes away. And then further south, you have Miami, which is about an hour away. So you have quick access to everything South Florida has to offer, transportation and activities. The next geographic advantage that the city of Deerfield Beach has is that it's positioned directly in between two inlets, the Boca Raton Inlet to its north and the Hillsborough Inlet to its south. This is great because it provides quick and easy access either north or south to the ocean, so it adds value to waterfront property in the area. Boaters love this. Also, if the weather's changing either when you're leaving or entering the ocean, it's great to have options. Sometimes the Boca Raton Inlet is a little bit more tricky to get through, so sometimes we opt to just go down to Hillsborough Inlet and pop in there. So this is great for boaters. A quick con worth pointing out is that the city of Deerfield Beach only has one bridge that crosses over the intercoastal from the mainland to the island to give you access to the beach. And that is a disadvantage compared to some other cities like Boca Raton, whom has 3 bridges. So sometimes that Hillsborough Beach bridge gets a little busy there. So you kind of take some time. So if you want to get on the beach during those busy times, sometimes you might go up to Boca to jump on the beach and come down to Deerfield Beach. It's just one consequence of only having one access point to the beach and to the downtown. So let's talk about the beach here in Deerfield Beach. The beach is very nice. It's special. It's unique. It has some features that other cities in the area don't have. The beach here is about 1 to 2 miles long, and it's connected directly to the little downtown area where the restaurants and bars are. So the combination of the beach with the restaurants right there is really fun, and it creates a really cool environment. The beach has 9 lifeguard stands, 9 volleyball courts. There's always people playing volleyball and other activities on this beach. It's very active. There's parking scattered up and down the beach, whether it be in parking garages or parking lots or parking right along the beach front there. There's also the Deerfield Beach Pier, which is very popular. People are always fishing off of it. And I've even done some scuba diving, night scuba diving off the beach there because there's some reef lines that are just a little bit out beyond the beach line. Now let's get into the cost of living here in Deerfield Beach. It's ranked 98.4, which is lower than the national average, which is great. So I'd consider that a pro. It's definitely cheaper than some of the surrounding cities like Boca Raton, which is ranked 120. Now keep in mind though that if you are planning to live in the beach area or in the downtown areas here, your cost of living is going to be higher than what these average numbers are showing. But generally speaking, Deerfield Beach is considered one of the more affordable options when you compare it to Boca Raton and some of the other surrounding cities in the area. The violent crime in Deerfield Beach is ranked 23 out of 100 compared to the national average of 22.7 out of 100. So that's about the national average. So I'd say that's fine. The property crime in Deerfield Beach is ranked 40 out of 100, and that's compared to the national average of about 35. So again, pretty close to the national average. So I'll let you decide if you think this is a pro or a con. It's definitely higher than some of the surrounding cities like Boca Raton as an example that has a much lower property crime and violent crime rate. Let's talk about some outdoor activities that are big pros for the city and very unique to Deerfield Beach. Quiet Waters Park is a 430-acre Broward County park located right here in Deerfield Beach. If you're a golfer, this is a pro for you. There's one 18-hole golf course here in Deerfield Beach. It's pretty well known. I have a lot of friends that like to go play there. It's decently affordable. It's called Deer Creek Golf Course. Deerfield Beach is also well known for hosting a lot of festivals. It is known locally for its annual Renaissance Festival, which is a blast, and its Ski Rixen cable water skiing system. Ski Rixen is one of 79 cable water ski attractions in the world, period, and the only wakeboarding and water skiing resort in South Florida. It also has a lot of bike trails, mountain bike trails in the park as well, which is a huge attraction for a lot of locals. Ocean Brews and Blues is a festival where you can try about 125 different beers and listen to some blues. The Festival of the Arts is another great one. It's hosted during the winter every year, and there's just a ton of music, a lot of art, and some great food. As I mentioned earlier, and another pro is that there is some really good diving here in Deerfield Beach. You can jump on dive boat charters right out of Hillsborough Inlet, which is super efficient, or you can just jump in the water right off the beach. And I've done some diving right there off the beach, and a little ways out, there's some big reefs off the coast. If you're into surfing, paddleboarding, wakeboarding, kayaking, stuff like that, you can go check out Island Water Sports. They offer different rentals and lessons right here in downtown Deerfield Beach. Now let's talk about the downtown, the nightlife, and let's get into the pros and the cons of that. The first con to mention, and I'll let you decide if you think this is a con or not, but Deerfield Beach does not have this big downtown area where there's a lot of clubs and nightlife like you would expect in a Fort Lauderdale or a Delray Beach. They have a lot going on. It's just a little bit more low key, and I'll elaborate a little bit more on that. I think the best way to describe Deerfield Beach in the downtown area is that it's very low key, laid back, and a great environment just to hang out. You have a lot of people coming off the beach hanging out. You have people coming there to grab dinner, lunch, or hang out at the bars. So it's a great environment just to hang. You might go to different restaurants for their live music like JB's or Ocean's, which is right on the ocean. You might go to Kahuna's as a bar to just hang out and listen to some live music at night. Whale's Rib is another great spot right there in that little downtown area that's very well known for great food. Also, you might go to Brews Room to catch a game and hang out at the sports bar. The Cove is another restaurant that's on the other side on the mainland that's really well known for its happy hour. So you got a lot of different cool little restaurants and spots in that area that you might go hang out at and just bounce around and enjoy a very low-key, laid-back environment. Another quick pro that's worth mentioning about Deerfield Beach is that I've never had a problem finding parking on normal days in Deerfield Beach. I usually park in the parking garage right next to Brew's Room. There's usually always a spot there. No problem. Unlike some other cities, example, Delray Beach, that I sometimes have a problem finding parking. So that's a big pro for Deerfield Beach. Now let's talk development in the downtown area, and I'm going to let you decide if you think this is a pro or a con. I'll give you my opinion here at the end. Deerfield Beach does not have as much going on in the development sector as other cities like Pompano Beach, which has grand plans to expand and build out their downtown. Delray Beach is underway and building like crazy. Boca Raton's expanding. Fort Lauderdale and West Palm, same thing. But Deerfield Beach has not a lot of news on what they want to do with their downtown area. Now, you could take that as that's great because Deerfield Beach is already pretty cool. It's laid back. Don't change what is working. Or you could say, hey, man, there's not much going on. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe they just don't have enough land or opportunity to do that. They're a much smaller little area in the downtown than other cities like Boca, Pompano, or Delray. So I think it's great. I think it's fine. I'll take it as a pro that not much is happening in downtown Deerfield. It's kind of cool as a laid back, little chill beach town. Well, that's all I have for you guys on the Deerfield Beach pros and cons. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. I appreciate you. I hope you found a bunch of value in this. Don't forget to give me a like or hit the subscribe button if you want more content about living here in South Florida. And I'm Larry Mastrapuri, broker owner of the Mastrapuri Group. And we get calls from people like yourself every day. So don't hesitate to reach out if you're interested in making that smooth transition to South Florida. I'll catch you guys on the next video.